Good morning, Hastings. Welcome to today's Explainer. You know, HastingsNow.com publishes this fantastic daily digest, Hastings MN Weather Plus on this date for Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026. So our goal today is to give you a gorgeous, factual breakdown of that exact update that our local residents will love to listen to. We've got a really great blend of practical, need-to-know weather utility to help you actually plan your day, paired with a fascinating look back at our shared history. From the shifting skies right over the Mississippi River to the historical milestones that literally shaped our community, we're going to break the whole shebang down clearly and concisely.
Okay, let's dive right into this. If you remember absolutely nothing else from this morning, remember this. Sneak in those errands before the afternoon turns soggy. Seriously, whether you're planning a quick stroll downtown, maybe walking the dog down near Levee Park, or just running out for groceries, the clock is totally ticking on our dry weather. You are really going to want to maximize this early morning window.
So let's get right into Act 1, the local skies. We are looking at a pretty stark contrast between how our day begins and how it's likely going to end. Starting off with this morning calm, the nearby South St. Paul station reported beautiful, fair skies, a perfectly comfortable 60 degrees, basically zero wind, and a crystal clear 10-mile visibility. I mean, it's the kind of morning that just feels picture perfect along the river, right? But then we shift to the afternoon storms. As the day rolls on and we hit our high near 76 degrees, those clouds are going to increase significantly and usher in the turbulence. It's basically your classic calm before the storm scenario.
So here is your exact precipitation timeline as things build up today. We've got a slight chance of showers starting just before 1 p.m. Then really take notice of that critical window from 1 to 3 p.m. because that is when thunderstorms become a real possibility. After 3 p.m., plain old showers become highly likely. And hey, don't hack away that umbrella at sunset because storms are going to continue right into the night, primarily before 2 a.m. Oh, and keep an eye on the wind too. We're starting out super calm, picking up a gentle south breeze around 5 miles per hour. But by tonight, those winds shift southeast, blowing at 5 to 10 miles per hour, and eventually shifting west-southwest after midnight.
Now, you might be wondering, how much rain are we actually talking about here? We're expecting anywhere from a quarter to a half inch of new rainfall during the day, and then similar amounts are possible again tonight. So, look at the bright side, your lawn is getting a little help today, whether you asked for it or not. Let's translate all that data into a practical game plan for you. Here is a quick 4-step checklist for your Tuesday. Step 1, wear light layers early on. You know, you'll probably be down to short sleeves by midday once it warms up to 76. Step 2, get outside right now. Morning through early afternoon is absolutely your best outdoor window. Step 3, grab an umbrella or maybe a rain jacket right after lunch. And step 4, definitely check the radar before you commit to any evening sports practices, patio dining, or, a twilight walk by the river. All right, before we pivot away from the forecast, I literally have to share today's weather joke of the day. The Mississippi River said, "Nice calm morning," and the afternoon clouds replied, "Hold my rain gauge." Just a little local weather humor to keep us smiling as those afternoon clouds start rolling in over Hastings.
Moving right along, let's jump into Act 2, the time capsule.
History is just so beautifully diverse, isn't it? On this exact date, we have 3 major milestones that span well over a century. Back in 1870, a future leader of our state was born. In 1927, an absolute American cultural icon entered the world. And then in 1972, a piece of legislation was signed that completely changed the landscape of American education and sports. Let's break these down. First up, let's jump all the way back to 1870. Today marks the birth of Adolph Olson Eberhart. And guys, his story is basically the quintessential Minnesota story. He was born in Värmland, Sweden, immigrated to the U.S., and eventually rose all the way up to become Minnesota's 17th governor. His journey runs straight through St. Peter and Gustavus Adolphus College, where he got deeply involved in state politics. Eberhart's legacy really is a perfect representation of those rich immigrant threads that are just so deeply woven into the fabric of Minnesota's history.
Fast forward on our timeline a bit to 1927, and June 23rd marks the birth of Bob Fosse over in Chicago. Fosse became an absolute legend. I mean, a choreographer, director, and performer whose highly distinctive style completely revolutionized American musical theater and film. If you have ever enjoyed the sharp, precise movements in masterpieces like Cabaret, Pippin, or All That Jazz, you are literally witnessing the enduring cultural impact of Bob Fosse.
And finally, we arrive at 1972. On this date, President Richard Nixon signed the Education Amendments of 1972, which included Title IX. Now, this is a law prohibiting sex-based discrimination in any education program or activity receiving federal financial assistance. So, why does this matter to us today? Well, because for families right here in Hastings, that history isn't just stuck in a textbook. It still echoes through our local classrooms, our school activities, and our athletic fields every single day. It's a massive national law, but with a profoundly local impact. Okay, bringing us back to the present moment for just a second. Just a quick but absolutely necessary reminder. Weather can change incredibly quickly around here, especially on stormy summer days like the one we're expecting this afternoon. So please, always make sure to check the official National Weather Service alerts before heading out. Safety first, for sure, especially when thunder is in the forecast. And that brings us to our final thought for today's explainer. Between the afternoon storms rolling in and the echoes of history all around us, how will you make this June 23rd memorable in Hastings? Whether you're, dodging raindrops downtown or reflecting on the legacy of Title IX at a local sports practice, today is exactly what you make of it. If you found this breakdown helpful, please share it with a neighbor or just head right over to hastingsnow.com for more. Thanks so much for learning with me today, and stay dry out there, Hastings.